Hey everybody, it is Ashley Ray from letstalkraystyle.com and welcome to Ashley Ray TV. If you are new, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Ashley Ray TV. And today we're going to talk about, I'm going to talk about this whole situation with Jay-Z and the NFL. So I originally wrote a blog about it called Boss Moves, which is on my website. And I had just been kind of like, I guess you could say I was procrastinating on doing a video, but I'm not even going to say procrastinating. I was just busy doing other things and I was just like, okay, I'll get to the video later. But in the last 3 days, so much more has happened with Jay-Z. And it's like, oh, I'm glad I waited to do this video because there is so much to discuss. So, are you ready? All right, Boss Moves. So I titled the blog Boss Moves because everybody was saying like, oh, that's just another boss move for Jay-Z to get a deal with the NFL. You know, he's just making more money. He's doing this, he's doing that. And I'm just in the thought process of, have we not been paying attention? Like, so let me just say this. Don't get me wrong. Jay-Z has done tremendous things for individual people. In fact, for a person that I know personally, he does work behind the scenes that, you know, we don't necessarily know about or hear about, but I'm going to give him his recognition on his philanthropy work and putting money and efforts within the Black community. Okay, so let me just say that. However, in the words of Dame Dash, Jay is gonna be Jay, right? So when it comes to making a deal with the NFL, all right, Rock Nation actually is to assist the NFL with social change, economics, education within the Black community, and improving police relations with the Black community, which there would be no issue with police in the Black community if the police didn't believe that Black people deserve to die for anything at all, or even for not having a weapon, not committing a crime or anything else. We wouldn't have an issue with the relationship between the police and the Black community. Okay, so within this, I don't want to keep calling it a deal, but okay, forget it. For lack of better words right now, it's a deal. So one of the major people that helped put this together is Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft is a huge Trump supporter and donator. It is not a secret. So here is my thing. This is what I want people to understand. This is not the first time that a large organization has solicited a Black person of high stature within the Black community in order to get them to get Black people back involved with their organization. This situation is no different. The NFL is the same group of people that told NFL players that they will be suspended and fined for kneeling to the flag, who would not sign Colin Kaepernick due to him speaking about social injustice within the United States when it involves Black people. So the NFL has already showed us where they stand when it comes to how Black people are treated in America. But you know what? The NFL has suffered in sales and with viewers watching the NFL because of all of this. So what do? They solicit Jay-Z because unfortunately they say everybody has a price, but we know for sure Jay has a price, you know? So they solicit Jay-Z to get people involved so that people in the Black community can start watching the NFL again and supporting them financially so that they can get back to the state of profit in which they were before the Colin Kaepernick situation occurred. So if the NFL has already told you that they don't care about how Black people are treated, several times because they've displayed their disdain, on people speaking out. Well, I'm sorry, not people, but they've displayed their disdain for Black people speaking out or Black people standing up for themselves, even within the league. Their response was, "Oh, we're going to punish you for not doing what we say do." That's a master and slave mentality. And I just don't understand what people do not understand about this. It makes me very upset. And I try not to speak in a way in which I am belittling anyone or making them feel dumb. But it's like, this is very obvious. This isn't a power move. This isn't a boss move for Jay-Z. This is a boss move for the NFL. So then what happens a couple of days later? A couple of days later, their initiative, this deal that they've come up with, is called Inspire Change. And guess what? They're going to sell t-shirts and host free concerts. Are you serious? This is what you're going to do in an effort to change how Black people are treated in America? That is just, who owns Inspire Change? The NFL does. This is just a way to get Black people to continue to spend their money with this organization. Like, how does selling t-shirts and hosting free concerts help anyone or anything? This is not in an effort to help anyone but the NFL. This is not going to help anyone. This is not going to help anyone within the Black community. And I don't care who's affiliated with it. You have to understand that we are not on the same level as Jay-Z. Jay-Z is on a whole nother level and he wants to keep growing. So he's going to play their game because at the end of the day, they run the world regardless of how much money he has. So I'm going to read this excerpt to you. One moment. Let me put my glasses on, okay? It says, in summary, core and the cultural nationalists drape themselves in mantle of nationalism, but upon examination, it is seen that their programs, far from aiding in the achievement of Black liberation and freedom from exploitation, would instead weld the Black communities more firmly into the structure of American corporate capitalism. This reformist or bourgeois nationalism, through its chosen vehicle of Black capitalism, may line the pockets and boost the social status of the Black middle class and Black intelligentsia, but it will not ease the oppression of the ordinary ghetto dweller. What core and the cultural nationalists seek is not an end to oppression, but the transfer of the oppressive apparatus into their own hands. They call themselves nationalists and exploit the legitimate nationalist feelings of Black people in order to advance their own interests as a class. And chief among those interests in their desire to become brokers between the white rulers and the Black ruled. I'm going to read that last line one more time. And chief among those in interest in their desire to become brokers between the white rulers and the Black ruled. Listen. That is a piece from a book called Black Awakening in Capitalist America by Robert L. Allen. I don't even understand what other people don't understand about what's happening. And it really just, it's like a lack of comprehension of seeing what's happening, what's right in front of you. Like, it's not hidden in plain sight. It's right in front of you. This is what they do. They get someone from the Black community that came from, a ghetto or whatnot, because the word ghetto literally just means a neighborhood of the same people. And it has to be someone that majority of the Black community look up to and respect. They pay them a price to shuck and jive for the Black community so that we can say, okay, Well, if he's okay with it, then we should be okay with it because he's one of us. No, he's no longer one of us. The NFL does not have the interests of black people at heart. They just want to continue to make money off of black people from all sides. And that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what Inspire Change is going to do. It's not going to inspire a goddamn thing. It's going to make the rich richer, which is the NFL, and our puppet that's shucking and jiving for them, which is Jay-Z. I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised because, you know, enough is never enough for some people. And with all the philanthropy work and community contributions that he has provided previously, this trumps that. This negative stigma around the NFL trumps all of the work that he has done, and let me tell you why. And the reason why is because you cannot move backward. You must move forward. You cannot have things both ways. You can't be the master's puppet and then the freedom of black people, because you can't be the master's puppet and still come back to the community and say, hey, I'm with you. I'm one of you. No, you're not. That's just how it is. It's levels to life. And he is clearly choosing a side for his future. And the side, unfortunately, is not us. If this was something serious that the NFL was doing to make an effort to change the relationship that, or the treatment rather, that black people have in the United States, I would be all for it. Believe me, I sure would. But this is just not it. And I just can't let this slide. And just when you thought that my Jay-Z little tangent was over, he went and said some other ridiculously stupid shit. He went on a forum and basically blamed single parent homes for the reason why black men don't respect authority, and you know, it incites the police to harm black men. Are you serious? Like, he just keeps digging himself further and further in the hole. Like, let me see exactly what he said. He says, basically, I grow up, you know, hating my father. And so I'm not listening to nothing or anybody. So I go out in the world and the police like, hey, don't do this, don't do that, put your hands up. I'm like, why do I have to do that? Why? And so it makes them not respect authority and cause conflict. Are you fucking serious? Is this the same person? What is the line in 99 Problems? I can't even remember right now, but there is a little interaction with, are you fucking serious? So now you're blaming black men for being murdered by the police, when we've seen countless times when there was nothing that any... I don't know what's happening here, but like I said, these 3 incidents happening consecutively, back to back with Jay-Z, it just destroys all of his previous work. And it's just, what are we? I guess everyone's out for themselves, right? So, I mean, if you can blame, and essentially you're blaming black women, or you're saying that men or boys that grow up in the house with their parent, with their mom, don't listen to their mom. Like, what are you actually saying? He's indirectly blaming police violence against black people on the damn victim, which we're almost always victims, because I'm going to recant that. We're not always victims, but we're not allowed to be victims. That's why I'm saying that. Even in death, we are criminalized. We can never be victims. So, you know, when a black person is shot down by the police, the first thing they do is run a background check on the person shot, not the record of the actual officer who is doing the shooting, to even see if he has, you know, a record of inciting violence. And the altercations that I've seen and that I've heard of, it was the police allegedly being scared, just shooting fucking people, like shooting and killing them for no reason. Oh, I thought he had a weapon. Oh, it was a cell phone. Oh, I mean, What are you actually saying, Jay? Jay-Z is not helping the community right now. He's not helping our overall collective and goal, and the shit is disheartening and disappointing. But hey, he's a celebrity and everybody loves him, so I guess he can do no wrong. Fuck that. That does not fly on Ashley Ray TV. That does not fly on letstalkraystyle.com. No. You know what? Sometimes you have to call people to the carpet. Like, you got to call people's thought processes to the carpet so that we can get a clear understanding of what the initiative is and what people are actually thinking. Like, how is any of this helping? All three of these incidents with JC. Throw them in the trash. I'm throwing them in the trash. You don't have to throw them in the trash, but I am. So, if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. I'm interested to hear what other people have to say. If you don't agree with me, please tell me why. Tell me why. Explain what your side is to this situation. Also, you can check out the blog, which is titled Boss Moves at letstalkraystyle.com. And I'll have the link in the bottom of the description. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in to Ashley Ray TV. Smooches.